Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa Booth, along with Charlie Hurt, Molly Line, and Tom Shalhoub, and welcome to the Big Weekend Show. The big story tonight. Ben & Jerry's stance on America's stolen indigenous land may be melting a bit now that a Native American chief in Vermont is calling on the ice cream maker to make goods in the remarks from July 4th. So in case you missed it, on Independence Day, our country's most patriotic holiday, Ben & Jerry's tweeted this. The U.S. exists on stolen indigenous land and called on the U.S. to give back the land, including Mount Rushmore. This morning on Fox and Friends Weekend, the Native American chief called out Ben & Jerry's hypocrisy, arguing that the ice cream maker's headquarters is actually on land that was previously owned by Native nations. So what could Ben & Jerry's be thinking? Here's the tribal leader's response. Watch.
Well, I can't read their mind, Pete, so I think the best way is for Ben & Jerry's to reach out, contact us as the state-recognized Abenaki tribes in our homeland and where their factories and headquarters sit, and have a conversation. And if they're willing to work with us and help uplift our people, then I'm there for the conversation. But we haven't had any contact yet.
Charlie, this really annoys me, right? I mean, these people are preaching to us, but they don't want to live by their own rules. By the Land Back movement, it's time for Ben & Jerry's to give up their property to indigenous people.
Yeah, no, seriously, this is a guy who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He has all the money in the world that he could give back to these people, give his property back to these tribes. The bottom line is this whole conversation is about private property, which was the great blessing that European settlers brought to the Americas. And by private property, we have all of the advancement, all of the progress that we have enjoyed in this country has come through the concept of private property. And if you want to have a conversation, I mean, the horse has kind of left the barn on this, but if you want to have a conversation about private property and undo all of that, I don't want to hear a word out of you until you give away your own property and give away all the money you have made off of this system.
But it's like classic liberal, right? Rules for thee, but not for me. I mean, that's
totally
what they on everything, COVID, everything. I want to pull up this quote. This is from the Ben & Jerry's website talking about the Land Back movement, which is what they're advocating for. And it says this. It says it's about dismantling white supremacy and systems of oppression and ensuring that indigenous people can again govern the land their communities called home for thousands of years. Let's listen to another clip from the chief, and then I'm going to go to you, Tom.
We are place-based people, and we shared this place with other animals, trees, and beings. So we were stewards of the land. Land back is a kind of a European term, I believe. Anytime that we could re-steward that land would be a blessing for our people.
Tom, it's always white liberals. Like, why do they hate themselves so much?
Well, I mean, and the funny thing about this, too, is that if you actually believe in the hippy-dippy philosophy of Ben & Jerry's, you should be angry at this company because they're a bunch of phonies. They're a wholly owned subsidiary of Unilever. So this is a company, a massive, massive company that makes toilet paper and, you know, cleaning products and everything like that. Soap, right? They did this thing with Dove, too. You know, Dove soap is part of Unilever. They love having these little divisions, and they pretend that they're politically active. But it's all phony. It's not Ben and Jerry, the old hippies. At one time it was, but it isn't anymore. Ben and Jerry took the money and they sold out to big corporate America. So that's the funny thing. I mean, I think most conservatives don't care about this because in most cases, they're more likely to be angry with a company like Bud Light because they kind of thought Bud Light was on their side. But they look at this company, they always knew that these guys were left-wing hippies, right? But even then, it's all phoniness.
But see, I care about people preaching to me and then they don't abide by their own rules. That's what makes me mad about this. But Joe Rogan had a thought process on this. Let's listen to that clip.
If you're a conspiracy theorist, this is the real conspiracy. The conspiracy is have as many social problems as possible that people get distracted by, that people concentrate on, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's masks, vaccines, pride, trans movement, sponsor drag shows for kids if you want people to get mad and want people to get distracted.
Right.
Sponsor
Let them focus on that.
Get people to think that it's a good idea to do that and watch the outrage. You know, get people to think that the oceans are going to be boiling in 5 years. See so many of these social distractions that are in our face all day long about everything. While all this is going on, money's getting moved around, decisions are getting made, and it's a brilliant cover.
So, Molly, the point that he was making wasn't specifically about this topic, but just the fact that, it's a diversion tactic from the left. It's like, hey, don't worry about all the corruption. Don't worry about selling out America and the vice presidency to the Chinese. Look at this.
I think he raises an interesting point there, politically, domestically, that we could be explored. But when it comes to Ben & Jerry's, I feel like this has just been baked in for so long that it's not a grand conspiracy. I think, Tom, you hit on a point there. The old hippie point, they've been doing this for a long time. And I suspect when they did it again, churned things up politically, they got the reaction that they expected, that there would be certain people that would be upset doing this on July 4th in particular, and there would be certain people that wouldn't. I don't know if they expected to be called out so boldly by tribal leaders when they did this and the way it ultimately turned out. And then when we talk about, that this is all about money and big money, and you're absolutely right, Tom, Unilever. And they've had a little bit of backlash, $2 billion erased from the market cap in the wake of the July 4th post. They went after America. They went after the idea of America's birthday. In the past, when they've done some of their ice cream flavors, my particular one that I pulled up to take a look at how profits were hit per Forbes. Remember this one? Pecan Resist 2018, pushing back against the Trump policies. Back then, according to Forbes, Ben & Jerry's stock up 4.74%. So it's worked for them in the past to a certain extent. But I don't know if they'll come up with some more flavors to come. I'm sure they will.
Well, they also partnered with Colin Kaepernick, so of course, But Charlie. Well, first of all, everyone in the world is living on some sort of territory that's been previously owned and conquered by someone else. So it's just a dumb concept,
including the Native Americans who had battled over territory going back eons before. So,
but Ben & Jerry's isn't responding to this. I mean, do you think they'll ultimately have to respond to the criticism from the tribal chief?
Oh, I don't know. Molly makes a great point. They probably are enjoying the publicity to some degree, although taking it in the shorts with their, they have a base of people who love their social activism. But the other thing that I think is, I love ice cream. I'm not knocking ice cream. I love ice cream.
Not as much as Joe Biden.
I'm up there with Joe Biden when it comes to loving ice cream. But it's junk food. It's not like a food group. It's not like something we need to survive. It causes people to be obese, and across the country on Indian reservations, it helps with this diabetes epidemic we have in our country. So I think it's really funny to sit here and get lectured by these goofball hippies who bought out, got sold out to the man to make all their money, and they want to lecture the rest of us about how somehow being more morally superior to all of us.
Tom, do you think they realize they're hypocrites? Do they care?
I don't think they care. And I think, in the case of Ben & Jerry, they themselves probably are not hypocrites. They're communists, right? So they, right down the line, they believe what they say. Unilever, they are hypocrites because I think that it's really marketing at this point. It's just like some of these big investment funds. They like to put the ESG face on these things. And with this kind of brand, this enhances their brand to the certain people who kind of believe in this stuff. But that's the thing, is if the hippies ever looked at the balance sheet of this company and they realized that they're owned by basically this big conglomerate, maybe they'd stop feeling such a warm feeling about it.
Molly,
they're true communists in that they want everybody to be communist, but they want to be massive.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was the question I was going to have for Molly, because that's what right? The people at the top do well and everyone else suffers. So, I mean, classic, right?
Well, I think what's interesting is that we haven't gotten this clear response specific to the tribal leadership, which, they said they're waiting. Give us a call. So that would be the next big thing. Where does this go? Does it have any impact? What does it mean for this company in particular? And for companies all across the nation, what they're calling for? Would anything actually occur?
And
if you want to give away all your property, call me. I'm available.
We'll take it. Yeah, Vermont's probably very nice in the summer. Just have to deal with a bunch of communists like Ben & Jerry.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.